What you're looking at right here is the team who will destroy DB Super Broly. This man Broly gonna come groveling to the gods. We're able to pull him with a dupe off the ticket banner. We got blessed. We really got blessed. Peep the Dragon Stones. We didn't go all out for these boys. We got blessed in that banner. We got Block Goku, Blue Vegeta, Kale Caulifla for them dodges.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Could maybe get another additional here. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Because these guys are guaranteed 2 supers because he's a pure Saiyan's enemy. So we get the defense up, get the dodge chance up. Looking pretty good here, looking pretty good here. I think like 3 more supers. Whoa, 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 what the fuck? Well, alright, that is the end of that. Not exactly my brightest moment bringing Kale and Caulifla, but you know, you live and learn, right? Jesus Christ. Alright, so we went back to the drawing board and we replaced LR Kale and Caulifla with Vegeta. To be honest, I don't really know who to put other than Vegeta. I kind of hope that he would have just transformed into Majin Vegeta and then we'd have better blocking. Spoiler alert, he never does that because his awakening condition is fucking retarded. I don't know why they decided to do something where like he can only transform if the enemy has 80% HP or less. We actually ended up getting Tech Gogeta transform during this match, but Vegeta no dice, no moss. It just didn't work out. But I am mad because we ended up getting the W, right? I'm saying this in the past tense because, you know, I didn't even know what was going to happen with this one. But listen, God Goku was out here doing work. Your boy SSB Vegeta was out here doing work. This is a work team. You know what I mean? They put in work. They work hard. They're not here for the rest invest culture. They're here to work, okay? This is not Google. This is a rest invest. This is the opposite of a rest invest environment. Ironically enough, you know, I'm not throwing no salt at Google, you know what I mean? I'm waiting for the recruiter to come back, maybe. You know, they hit me up, they let me know that things are looking good. I could go in there, I have no problem with that. But if I do get into Google at any point in time, I can't just rest invest, okay? I can't be that type of guy. Mostly because of the fact that the CEO of Google, he recently, like, made a news announcement or, like, a press release where he's like, yo, we hired a lot of people. We got a lot of new people here. And to be honest with you, to be frank with you, it looks like not a lot of people doing their work. We don't have enough productivity. Why is the productivity so low? So he actually was saying, like, I don't know what the point of it was. Like, I think they were, like, trying to roll out, like, new, like, performance tracking processes and stuff like that. Low-key, Google was basically doing a smaller version of what Meta did, where they're like, yo, low-key, a layoff might come because of the economy. Low-key, we might have to do something. And they're just basically prepping for it by, like, saying, like, our workers obviously are the problem. They're the reason why we're not making it. Shout out to this Vegeta, dude. I literally was looking at Vegeta like, I'm like, what do you need to happen to transform? Because I'm like, dude, what, like, I'm above the HP requirement. And then I saw that it takes not only turns, but also the HP of the enemy. And then at this point in time, when I knew then, I said, fuck, this is not looking good. But to be fair, this guy Vegeta was always a floater. And he always did pretty, he did okay, honestly. I can't talk shit. He's still a very, like, he's not as good as Int Majin Vegeta, but he's still pretty good. Especially when he transforms, he's pretty damn good. I can't talk shit, though. But yeah, Google put that out there. They're like, yo, our workers ain't working enough. We gonna have to work. And the people over at the good app Blind, Team Blind, if you don't know what that is, don't check it out. It's toxic. They basically were like, this is finally retribution for all the Google people that would just say that they work so little and rest invest so much. Which honestly, like, even if you were someone who, you know, this isn't a real, like, this is not a real figure, but it is over-exaggerated where people say, like, oh, I work 20 hours at Google. That's how long I work. Oh, I work, you know, 30 hours at Google. That's really pushing it. I think that's very unlikely. More so, I think people just work, you know, the regular hours that most people work. But a lot of the people online, they like to be like, yeah, you know, I work at Google. I be resting, investing OD. We ain't doing much of anything. And then look what happens, stupid. That's what happens when you chat, bro. When you chat too much, you risk losing it all. If I ever find any exploitation, any loophole in the system, any W's that not a lot of people know, I ain't telling no one shit. I might tell some people that I know, but Lord knows I'm not going to be out here screaming and putting it out there to the world, the universe, or even the metaverse, that I'm basically taking W's that are low-key illegal. And dude, this God Goku's amazing, bro. Honestly, I don't know how you could do this event easily without having at least God Goku. Obviously, having the gods, you know, as a friend minimum. But then your boy got lucky with the gods, and now the gods is on the squad, and you know it's looking pretty good. It's looking real fucking good. To be fair, though, I think that this DB Broly is actually a little bit harder than the Omega Shenron stage, just because there's more phases and more areas for you to fuck up. So I got pretty lucky with this run because I did end up getting Tech Gogeta transform, which helped a lot. That basically told you like where the supers were coming from. And I think had that not happened, I definitely would have taken a lot more like off the cuff supers, which would have been painful. Oh, dude, this Vegeta is so good. So far, we haven't used an item. Peep the damage mitigation, and this is what fucking gets me so upset, dude. I did not understand why this activated. I guess it activated because it was like X amount of turns or some shit. Like, I honestly don't know why that activated. My HP wasn't even low, so there was no reason for that shit to activate. I don't know the conditions, because God forbid if I were to ever read. But that was an L. That was a super L. Had it been just like literally 1-2 more turns, we would have been sitting high and mighty. But you know, Bulma, bro, always gotta come give you the 2 cents. Beautiful. But other than that, things have been pretty good. I think I've been definitely enjoying the 7th anniversary. It's been fun. It's definitely nice to lose yourself in a mobile game yet again. And actually here, I think I quit and come back because this rotation's kind of ass. Because next up is STR Broly, and I'd rather not have the SS4s in rotation. Because if I can, I'd like to not use double Whis. Double Whis is decent, but I'd try not to use that if possible. And I think if I had the SS4s in rotation, I would have had to. Because you'll see, I take a shit fuck ton of damage from that fucking super. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. This is definitely a really good celebration. I think the events are really good. The fact that Redzone coincides with the celebration is god tier. And I also think that, in general, like, there's a lot of things that are associated with this event that add a little bit, you know, the EZAs, the 77 tickets, etc. But Redzone especially, it's really cool because it does give a little bit of, like, a showcase area for the units. Same thing with the 5-year anniversary. Like, having the Goku legendary event, I think it came out around that time, or maybe it was just like the month of or the quarter of. Yeah, we do by quarters, but when we talk in business, we go by quarters. That made it interesting, so that's a possibility. But at least there's something to use these units in, because I think that when Dokkan gets dry, it's the worst, dude. Like, when there's nothing but fucking story events, and like, I mean, for me personally, I've been saving up boss rushes, and whenever it gets boring, I'll probably do them. Same thing with the, what is it called? I don't even remember. It's called, like, Dragon Ball Story, whatever the fuck, event. I don't remember the name, but I haven't done the stages in a millennia for the purpose of, like, saving for the dry times. And you know, for a momentous occasion such as this, such as Tech Gogeta actually transforming, go ahead and put the fucking activation on. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that, bro. The fucking universe quivering. I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the guy who's gonna fuck you. A little bit blue there, Gogeta, but I agree with the sentiment. And as you can see, because I have a turn of a lot of damage negation, you know, that Gogeta does take 30% damage negation, and his defense is decent. And that SSG Goku legit is going to take, like, no damage, so I popped a single Whis. We're full HP right now. We're full HP, so I'm thinking, yo, full HP, don't really need the double Whis. In my head, I'm thinking this right here, with the Whis active, should be taking, like, maybe 350, 400k total, right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is a fucking W. Like, it's literally nonsensical. And I was kind of right. But what I don't understand is that I thought it was going to be, like, for the gods. I thought the gods were going to take, like, maybe 200, and then Gogeta was going to take another 200. But I ended up, Gogeta took 140, and then the gods took a fucking 350. I was like, what the fuck, bro? That's way more than I was anticipating. So, you know, I don't know if it would have been different if I transformed. I was kind of trying to, like, just build their attack and defense more and more. That's why I didn't do that. That's why I didn't transform, because I thought they legit would take 200 easy. But this nigga Broly is a fucking bully, bro. Straight up. What a piece of shit. Fuck you, bro. Fucking asshole. fucking bully-ass bitch. But it is satisfying to see the gods fucking flip this guy over and pound him into the fucking ice. This goddamn fucker. Piece of shit, Broly. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But other than that, I've been enjoying this week. It's Friday today. It's a beautiful Friday. I actually went out to go pick up lunch for once. One thing that I've found while working remote... Ooh, I love SSB Vegeta. One thing that I found while working remote is that I do find it hard sometimes to actually be a normal functioning member of society and leave my house and, like, actually go out. Because, like, you know, everything is in my house, you know. The computer's here. That's 99% of the reason to live. Also have, you know, my work that sometimes, you know, builds take forever. Other bullshit takes forever, so I just keep it along for the... So I just stay at home to kind of, like, babysit the work. Even after hours, like, I'll do builds because it's, like, whatever. It's time-consuming to do during the day, so it just helps to do the builds, like, for unit tests, upgrades. But, I don't know, sometimes I do find myself where, like for example, this week I only went out twice. So, out of a 4-day week, or 4 days, I only went out twice. So that means there was 2 days where I slept, woke up, sat at my desk, and then went back to bed. I mean, I do exercise, but I have my gym equipment in the house, and I don't really stay on a great schedule with that either. Like, the most I've done in the past, like 3 months, I've done it once a week, which is not great. It's decent, but I really want to try to do 2 to 3, or at least 2. But it's weird. It's weird where when I'm home all the time, it just becomes a weird thing where it's like, I'll notice within 2 or 3 days if I did not leave the house, because I'll feel weird. I'll feel like, why the fuck, like, why am I so, like I'll get frustrated. I'll be like, yo, why am I salty right now? And then I'll look around and I'll say, oh yeah, I've been in this fucking box. I've been in my room, because, you know, when you live in the thug life, when you live in the struggle life, you know, it's an apartment, so really all I have is my room as my own space. So, like, I just stay in my room, and I just bought an air conditioner for my room, too, so, like, already, that shit ain't looking good. Like, that's the type of shit, like, you know what I mean? That's when fucking, you just stay in your room, door closed, never leaving. Which is, you know, on one side, it's beautiful, because I get to watch Better Call Saul on repeat. And on the other side, it's a little bit scary, because then all you do is stay in your room and do nothing. So I do want to go back to the office. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've been feeling that way where, like, I feel like going to the office would have better work-life balance for me. Just because, like, I don't know, when I'm home, like, even I was sick one day and I decided to work anyway. Because I'm like, dude, I'm home. Like, what's the point? Like, I'm going to take a fucking sick day because I have the sniffles? And by the way, right here, I did not know how hard this Broly hit. And the thing that I believe in most Dokkan events as well as this event is that after they super, they become stronger. So I'm thinking, like, fuck, like, I don't think Gogeta can tank the shit. And I pop a Whis. I don't know if that is or is not necessary, but I was like, fuck it. I'm like, I'm not about to fucking die. I literally had a god tier setup. We got the fucking Tech Gogeta. I can't spit in the face of fucking Tech Gogeta. Might as well pop the Whis. And we know where the super's coming from, so we block him properly. We taking dubs on a magnitude unknown to man. But, yeah, I have been feeling, I do want to go back to the office. And when I say back to the office, I don't mean, like, oh, I want to go work with people, be in the office. I do like that. But for me, what I miss is, like, the routine of getting up. You know, I'll go to work, on the way to work. Like, I used to love early on. I had, like, a 45-minute commute that then became 45 minutes to an hour. When it was 45, I didn't mind that time. Like, that time wasn't too crazy. Like, I'd listen to, like, a couple songs, you know what I mean? You get your routine in, you drive and enjoying the day. As long as there's not too much traffic and there's enough, like, shit to do, it ain't bad. But then at the same time, I do think that there are days where you do want to work from home. It's like there's no point going to office, you got shit to do, etc., etc. That's why I do like companies who have the hybrid model, where it's like 2 or 3 days in office, you know, 2 or 3 days out of office. I think that would... that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, technically I could do that right now, but a lot of the people I work with are like in Seattle. Some people are in fucking San Francisco. Some people are like in the middle of the country. Some people are on the East Coast, but not in my state. So it's like everyone's all over the place. So it doesn't even, like, if I went to the office, like, I would just be there with randos, which isn't terrible, but like, it wouldn't be good for working. You know what I mean? Like, there's no benefit of going to the office, in my eyes, anyway. But I definitely, I would really, that would be one thing that I do look forward to if I do end up getting an offer from Big G in the house. I actually would like to go to the office. I'd like to see what the routine looks like. I'd like to eventually regret ever wishing to go into the office. That'd be a good thing, and then I could work from home those days. But it's definitely a weird thing because I've been working from home since 2020. So I definitely never wanted to be a remote worker. It ended up working out that way. But, you know, I can't complain. I mean, there's people out there right now that just gotta fucking commute 1 or 2 hours to work. That shit ain't fun. Anything over an hour is not fun. That shit is fucking cancer. So I can't complain too much. Not at all. And plus, I won't be able to do what I'm doing right now. I'm literally taking my lunch break, and I'm looking at beautiful Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta bust a cap in this bitch boy Broly's ass. I mean, honestly, when you want to talk about work-life balance, this is a part of it. Is basically, you know, having a build going on in the background, doing this on the side. It's really taking the elevation to a whole new level where we're basically figuring out how to parallelize in such a degree that I can be productive as well as a degenerate all at the same time. And keep in mind, I currently do have a Whis active, so the amount of damage we're going to take ain't going to be too crazy. At least that's what I was thinking. I'm like, alright, we have a Whis active, the super will be on these guys. You can't dodge, by the way. That's why LR Kale and Caulifla is an L for the stage. You cannot dodge. Right? Because if you could dodge, I don't know why, for some reason, I brought fucking LR Kale and Caulifla, but I didn't bring the Tech Kale, thinking that you could dodge, because she would have been good if you could dodge. But you can't. There are no dodges allowed. This is a no-dodge zone. But you do get fear. So, as you saw there, I got my 18-key super on this bitch boy Broly, and it ended up fearing the super out of his ass, and we got a free round without any super. Look at that. Look at him. Stupid. Idiot, dummy, dumbass, idiot, stupid, dummy. And this Gogeta is really good, dude. I mean, obviously I have a Whis active, but you saw, like, for the Broly round, I think anyone else that was in that slot, especially the SS4s, it would have required a double Whis. But because that Gogeta was there, he was able to damage mitigate enough where we were fine. And as you can see, we have SSB Vegeta. He's pretty damn good. But, you know, Broly is still pretty strong. As you can see, that super right there. Like, in order to, like, finish this round of SSB Vegeta, we'd have to get at least a triple super, you know what I mean? And we're going to get the double here, which is true. We are going to get the double. And we going to get the triple, too. What you think, Broly? What you think? Oh, you know, I'll get a nice hit in here. No, stupid. You're dead. You're done. You're cooked. You're roasted. You're basted. You're fucking filleted on the fucking stove, stupid. DB Broly, cooked, cucked, zucked, thrown in the fucking shower like a beanbag, beanie seagull. We took the dub. Plain and simple. Really good team. Definitely, I think the dumbest thing I did during this whole thing was the single Whis on the STR Broly. It ended up working out, and in the grand scheme of things, was a good thing. But I didn't know he was going to do that much damage. In my head, I was thinking 2 to 3 to maybe 350 total. Ended up being motherfucking 500k damage. It was 350 plus 150. That was about 200k more than I was allotting for. And as you can see, fucking Vegeta literally did nothing. Like, his presence was not felt at any point in time. Like, this motherfucker did one super, and every other time he's just in slot 3 leaving, getting the fuck out of there. At least Gogeta, he cannot counter, so because dodges are disabled, he cannot counter supers. But at least he has his active skill. You know what I mean? You felt the present. You knew when you looked at this video, you said, oh, I see the SS4s. I see them pop them off. But Vegeta, Tech Vegeta, irrelevant. Motherfucker is literally fucking irrelevant. And I actually figure, you know, we did that pretty quick. We took a dub pretty fast. So might as well do some summons here. If I remember correctly, I did this one, which was, dude, this is such a fucking, if I remember, there was like a no flying, legit no flying. That's terrible, dude. Dude, when no one flies in to support Goku, that's a fucking L. That's legit a mark of a fucking, Disc drainer. The mark of a fucking destructoid, because that's basically means you're getting absolutely positively nothing. God damn, bro, recruiters be blowing up my phone. I don't know what happened. Like, I guess the recession was avoided because the amount of recruiters that have been fucking, like, reaching out to me, I've actually been, like, surprised. And a lot have been reaching out to me where the process seems like, you know, so streamlined. It's like, okay, one interview, one on-site offer. I'm like, fuck it, bro, I'll do it. I actually I told DoorDash recently, I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever. I'll do the on-site. I don't give a shit. Mostly because the hours are different. You know, peep the trunks, my flying. Peep that. I told him, like, I'll do the on-site. So I'm doing a DoorDash on-site. You know what I mean? We waiting for Google to come back by 2023. At this point, like, any recruiter that reaches out to me, I'll do it. If I could find the time, if I could do it, like, in between, like, the middle of the day towards the end of the day into night, because my DoorDash on-site, it's on the West Coast, so it's from, like, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is crazy. But I'll do it. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Just like how I did not care and I got this beautiful Super 17. I know, allegedly, he's one of the worst LRs to ever grace the face of the earth, and people are waiting for the ZZA. But now that I have him, I support him wholeheartedly. Lock him up. Favorite him. Amazing. I love him. He's the greatest ever. So we taking W's, right? We beat the shit out of Broly. W. We got LR 17. W. We got the SSG God Duo. W. Right? We got both, you know, level 7 or year 7 LR. So we live in large. And I'm doing every on-site known demand. And as you can see, I'm going through like the tier list here. I'd say MVP, SSG, fall close behind these guys. These guys actually did pretty damn good work, especially with the fucking transformation and telling where the super was. That was really good. And then Blockku, he's the fucking block god. Vegeta did nothing. He was literally just there to exist. And then SSB Vegeta actually turned up. And then the SS4s, you know, I can't talk shit about them. They doing work no matter what. But this SSB Vegeta, man, he let you know what the Riz was about towards the end. He said, yo, might not have done a lot, but here's 4 supers for you, Broly. Go ahead, eat it up. Enjoy, stupid. But that is pretty much it. That is the end of this saga. Broly is dead. The LR 17 is in my bank account. And right now, I am going to actually call my bank because I got some fucking felonious charges. So we got to look that up. We got to look into that. We can't just let shit slide. So remember,